Well, we had something interesting. I made a poll yesterday about what video do you guys want today? Do you want playoff bubble update, or do you want where do I stand versus Jimmie and Brad? The first poll was a tie. The next 1 hour runoff poll, you guys picked Jimmie versus Brad. So we're gonna talk about where did I stand on the incident between Jimmie Johnson and Brad Keselowski. So late in the race, there was a restart, and Jimmie spun off of Brad's bumper. But before we get into that, I'm going to tell you right now, tomorrow we are going to have my Bristol All-Star preview, and assuming the votes keep on coming in for another title crawl thing, I've made a 5-minute video for that so far, and then I'll get my thoughts on the All-Star race, all that. Really want you to check that out. I've been working hard on it, have done some editing I don't usually do, some extra editing kind of stuff, some extra stuff in general. So I really want you to check that out. Hope you guys enjoy that. That will be out tomorrow sometime, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I haven't said this, but earlier this week we hit 700 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. It means a ton to me. It means more than you know, and we're already up to like 719 or something last time I checked. So thank you guys so much for the support. It's really meant a lot. It's been a really good week for the channel. You guys are the reason I keep on doing this. The more the numbers go up, the more excited I get about the future of the channel. So thanks again for the support. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's really fun to do all this, but yeah, so tomorrow, Bristol All-Star preview, Rogue One style, and let's just get into this. So yesterday, Jimmie Johnson, late in the race, had fresh tires, was restarting third behind Ryan Blaney. Truex had the preferred lane, the outside line. Let's look at it. So let's see here in the restart box, Jimmie pushing Blaney a bit, then he goes down to block, and Brad turns him. So here's the thing. If you go back and look at it, Brad is already under Jimmie, okay? And Jimmie goes to block by the time Brad is already underneath him. And Brad can't really go anywhere. If he goes somewhere, he's going to go in the grass. His splitter's going to dig into the grass. It's going to destroy his day. He's going to destroy a bunch of other cars. And if he keeps going, he's going to have to drive through Jimmie. So what's he going to do? Drive through Jimmie, wreck his car to a bunch of other people, or slam on the brakes and no one wrecks and he loses all of his track position. I think he's going to go with the most beneficial to him and himself, which would be wrecking Jimmie. So that's what he had to do. So here's my thoughts on it. We look at it and you see there's no question that Brad spun Jimmie, but it's how. It's like why, you know? It's like whose fault is it kind of thing. And I think Jimmie Johnson is allowed to be mad. Brad did make an aggressive move to the inside, but it wasn't like a dirty move. It wasn't a crazy move. Going for the win, trying to get track position, trying to get as far up front as you can. So if another caution comes out, and Jimmie just waited too late to block. I think he should have gone down there earlier. Once he saw the two start to pull out a little bit, maybe. But if you look at the restart too, I think Brad kind of laid off, and then he jumped in the middle because Jimmie was trying to give Blaney a push, and Brad had laid off a little bit and then tried to launch the start so he could get a run on Jimmie and whoever else was in those front two rows. He was trying to get a run on him. So that's why he had so much momentum, and he was able to get to the inside so quickly on Jimmie Johnson and was able to get underneath him, and Jimmie, you know, tried to throw that block too late. So I think it is Jimmie's fault for throwing the block too late that he spun. I think he's allowed to be mad. That he was having a really good day, and then it goes away like that. He had a top 5 car at the end there. He had fresher tires. He could have made a run for it, and then he gets spun out. He's had terrible luck over the past couple seasons. I understand his frustration. It would have been a cool story if he won in his first race back since the Rona, since being diagnosed with it and then recovering from it. So that would have been a cool story, but obviously, it just wasn't meant to be for Jimmie. Jimmie got turned. There's no question about it. But I do think it is his fault. He reacted a little bit late to that, to Brad Keselowski's aggressive move to the inside. As I said, it's a racing move. There's no limit to how far down the track you can go at Kentucky. There's no double yellow line rule. He can do whatever he wants. He can run the wall. He can run all the way down to the bottom of the apron to the grass. And he did that. So, I mean, it's a racing move. It's aggressive. You're going for a top 5. You're going for a win. You're trying to get up front. And Brad did lay back a little bit, and then he jumped really quick. He got a really good restart, and Jimmie just wasn't able to block it in time. So, yeah, I think Jimmie's allowed to be mad, and we are going to Texas next, where the 2-car, Brad Keselowski, he has made someone in Hendrick Motorsports mad before, Jeff Gordon. So, Jimmie, avenge Jeff. Avenge his playoff death, I guess. But yeah, so that's where I stand. I stand on the side that Jimmie is allowed to be mad because he had a really good day and then it ended up being bad. But it was his fault for, throwing a late block. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Once again, just leave a like. Leave a big fat like. And then we'll talk about more stuff this week. As I said, Rogue One preview thing tomorrow for Bristol All-Star Race. Wednesday, All-Star Race review, maybe a live reaction. And the rest of the week is undetermined. And yeah, I'm going to be at Texas on Sunday, so that'll be fun. Keep you updated on that all week. If you want any updates on anything with the channel or anything, follow me on Twitter. I'm on the Twitter. I tweet a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching again.